I paint the things I know about and the things I have experienced. The things I have experienced extend into my national, racial, and class group. So I paint the American scene. Jacob Lawrence.
As a painter, educator, and artist, Jacob Armstead Lawrence inspired thousands of people across the U.S. He was born in Atlantic City, 1917. His parents separated in 1924, where he moved to Harlem, New York, and found love for art. In 1938, Lawrence had his first solo expedition in the Harlem YMCA and started working for the Works Progress Administration, founded by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. During his participation in community art workshops, Lawrence quickly discovered his love of art through encouragement of teachers such as painter Charles Alston. Throughout the 1990s, Lawrence's art was inspired by cultural visionaries of the Harlem Renaissance. In 1940, he received a grant from the Roosevelt Foundation to create a 60-panel epic. He was only 23 when he got national recognition with his amazing album, The Great Migration Series. The Great Migration Series tells the story of the Great Migration, or mass movement of over 1 million African Americans. He painted with all the colors, and each and every picture symbolizes a single moment that is portrayed throughout his life. In most of his pictures, you can see vivid colors and the discrimination that he was going through. Each painting has a caption. Most of these captions come directly from Emmett J. Scott's book, Negro Migration During the War. He created the paintings in tempera, a water-based paint that dries rapidly to keep their colors consistent. He worked on civil rights theme, painting contemporary visions of his earlier narratives of the African American struggle for equality and justice. One of his biggest aspects of his life that I truly admire is his ability to send a message. Protesters can fight, yell, scream, and attack. They can be violent, but his art was a form of protest. It was a subtle but clear message, and I think that to some degree, he got an inspiration from Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a very inspirational man, which helped the famous Dr. Martin Luther King succeed. He protested without violence, which was critical to his success. Same with Jacob Lawrence. He protested, but not with violence. He did it with color, paint, and emphasis in art. That truly is inspirational. Some artists just paint pictures, but Lawrence paints more than pictures. He paints images that stand out with amazing color, but they also deliver a message. This message is about discrimination and racism. It's about the horrible things that he was experiencing. I admire how he lived in Harlem, so at the time he saw and pictured what he was painting. His art speaks to us. It tells us a message of courage. Jacob broke the racism barrier. You can see that in his art. He uses colors and he draws the racism that was going on at the time. Jacob Lawrence was historically important. He showed injustice that was going on at the time into paint. His pictures explain so much just by looking at it. Even by his color choice, you can see things that you wouldn't have noticed the first time you look at his paintings. He talks about his experiences witnessing inequality and injustice for African Americans. Jacob chose to use a limited color palette when painting and preferred to use colors right from the tube. He shared, "I didn't mix color. I left it pure as it was," and that was a part of his style.
Jacob Lawrence died on June 9, 2000. The work that he left behind illuminates his past and ours. From the dignity of the worker to the struggles of the poor, he stated simply, "We are here."